Welcome back to Mark Haney, igniting the entrepreneurial revolution with the Haney Biz Project.
Welcome back to the Haney Biz Project, brought to you courtesy of Hub International. I'm Mark Haney, and today I have the privilege of having the founder of Freeform Factory, Mr. Jordan Darling, in the house. How you doing, Jordan?
Very good, Mark. Thank you.
Is that still your title? You're founder of Freeform Factory, but you've changed over and you're running some other thing now, right? Has that happened yet?
Yeah, it's a slight demotion. I'm now a VP, but I'll take it.
Oh, that's
Very
awkward.
excited.
You go from being the president, CEO, founder to a VP. Tell us the story of how that demotion occurred.
Well, we were growing Freeform, and we were trying to find new drivetrain supplier to take our company to the next level. And I got connected with Trevor Milton, who's the founder and CEO of Nikola Motor Company, and very, very dedicated, motivated individual. So I got the privilege to speak with him for a few hours and told him my story, and we were trying to work out some details and how we can work together and I can scale my business with him. And after 2 or 3 phone calls, he just, thought the best idea was, instead of working in separate companies, why don't I just acquire you and you come work for us?
Wow. So the first time I met you, Jordan, you had just moved to Sacramento from upstate New York. You had this idea of building this jet ski company. You have the lightest jet ski on the market. It's made out of special fiber and all this. And I'm like, yeah, why don't you come on my radio show? Let's talk about that. You want to meet to talk about that at my office or your office or on the water? And you said on the water, which was music to my ears. We went out there, you gave me a little ride on the jet ski, and I was given the opportunity to invest in your company. So as an investor and as a guy that loves to see success stories, this demotion, when he decided to invest in your company, invest into Jordan Darling and Freeform, what did that look like? I mean, did he like you more or the company more? Because I think he liked both.
Yeah, no, it was definitely mutual. He was interested in getting into the watercraft space, but realized that if you want to be the best, you got to have the best technology. And we had the technology, we had the patents, we've mastered it over the last several years with the manufacturing of the personal watercraft itself. But he was also looking for someone to run the powersport division. So I was very, very excited for that role. I love off-road vehicles. I love the watercraft. So to be able to do both and have the best tools, the best team, and the capital to back us to take these products to the next level, it was a no-brainer for us.
Well, when I invested into the company, and I guess I'm proud of it, I keep bringing it up, but when I met you, I mean, I was instantly engaged. We became friends. You came over for dinner. We hung out a lot because you were here basically alone. You had left the family, girlfriend and everything, back home, moved out to Sacramento, of all places, to build this electric jet ski company. What did you think when you first got out here, and how have things progressed over the last couple of years?
Well, I think I've been here for about 1 year and 6 months, so it's been quick. But what I've told a lot of people is what I did in 6 months in California, I didn't do in 2 years in New York. So the ability to get things done faster, more efficiently, and have people like you that believe in what I'm doing, it's been a massive change for us. And it was a little nerve-wracking at first, picking up and moving 3,300 miles and starting over again. But after 6-7 months, it was clear to us that this was the best place for us, and the company grew very fast. We hired 3 or 4 more employees, and we were scaling. And once we closed that funding round, I think in May of this year, we were kind of figuring, okay, we got to go to this next round, our Series A, and raise a couple million. And at that point, we talked to Trevor, and we came to an agreement that the best plan to move forward is to work together, move into the Nikola Motor Company, and run the powersports division.
And when did this happen? When did this transition happen?
The deal closed 2 weeks ago tomorrow. So
okay,
very, very recent.
Very fresh. How has this change? How is this change going to affect your business? How is it going to affect your family? How might it affect Sacramento?
So we are going to have an office here in Sacramento region. We'll be announcing the location next week. We're going to have a small office that's going to handle engineering and design for Nikola Powersports. We're very excited to be able to stay here. We like the area. It's a perfect spot for watercraft. We're not going to be in the frozen North Tundra where we came from. But as far as moving forward, it's pretty much the same. Probably going to work as much or more than I did before. We have the big thing is having the right tools to get the job done. Before I was doing a lot myself and relying on myself. But with the Nikola team, we have some of the best engineers and the best designers around the world. And we have the ability to get the job done better than we could before. So we're very excited. I'm excited. My wife's excited. It's a big change for us. And I'm just looking forward to the next couple of years.
Exciting stuff for Sacramento, because as your business grows, as you grow Nikola, that means jobs. That means economic growth for us, your family. Now, it means you're also stuck here in Sacramento for a while, which makes me happy. And I think it makes a lot of people happy. But your family's talking about moving out here. Is that is that official yet?
Yeah, not official yet, but they're still looking.
Okay, so your wife moved out here after you moved out here, and you guys got married, or your girlfriend got married, and so now you're making Sacramento your hometown, which is cool. But thinking back to the first time I met you, we talk about working an idea, right? What do you do when you have a good idea? Well, you work it, right? That's been, things that we're brought up on as kids is you got to work hard. And if you got a good idea, let's go work those ideas. And I asked you, so Jordan, how many hours a week do you work? And you told me, you may not remember this, but you told me I work about 20 hours, how many hours a day do you work? How many hours a week? And you said, I work 20 hours a day. And at first I got that confused like I'm doing here on the radio right now. I was like, is it 20 hours a day or 20 hours a week? It's 20 hours a day. And I was really blown away by that. Is that still true? You don't still work 20 hours a day.
Well,
What's it look like now?
The last 3 months, I haven't been doing much besides legal paperwork with this deal. So that's been a little different. But now I got back into the grind of things with Nikola, and we got a lot going on. So I don't know if it'll be 20 hours a day because I am getting older. I feel old.
How old are you now?
25.
You're 25 years old. He just had a super huge, highly lucrative transition. And as an investor, I'm extremely happy about that. But, I can't believe it. I'm just so proud of you. So you don't think you'll work 20 hours. What do you think it's going to be?
That'll probably be 12 to 15.
12 to 15, going part-time.
Part-time, yeah.
Yeah. Just thinking about advice that you might give, right? People look at, we heard the Tyler Smith story, right? He's 34, you're 25. This younger generation, I think entrepreneurship has become a real cool idea for an occupation. What advice would you give to somebody who's thinking about, hey, you just got, you got an idea and you don't know what to do?
Well, the biggest thing is you got to try and you got to fail. The amount of times I've failed, the amount of times I'm sure Tyler's failed, you have to be able to work through the failures. It's not fun. Having a 9-to-5 job, knowing you're going to get a paycheck every 2 weeks is a lot nicer than not getting paid for 3 years. So you have to be able to take massive sacrifices, but if you can do it, do it. It's a lot of fun. The successes obviously are enjoyable. With the failures, there's a lot more failures than there will be successes. So,
what kind of failures did you have? You say Tyler talked about failing fast, fail early. Yep. Your business almost didn't have time to fail, but would you fail on a weekly basis? What's failure look like when you're a 2-year-old company that sells or that merges or whatever happened with you guys?
It's on a weekly basis. I mean, initially when we were creating technology no one else has done before, there's no one to bounce ideas off of, or hey, does this work? Because no one's done it. So we spent a lot of money and failed a lot with molds and different manufacturing technology, but I raised a very, very little amount of money to build this company. So, losing $100,000 is a lot of money. And we had a mold failure that cost us nearly $65,000, and it failed in less than 30 seconds. So talk about failing fast. That was January 1st, 2015. Our $60,000 mold exploded in about 1,000 pieces. So,
oh my gosh!
What
went through your? Did you think about quitting? Did you think about because you were still raising money throughout this process? Like, hey, I need money to keep this thing alive. Was there ever a point where you're like, oh no, what am I going to do?
Oh, that was on a daily basis. Yeah. So it's always figure out. You got to pivot. So if this fails, this doesn't work, you got to be on to the next thing. So what I've learned to do is always have several plans. And if one fails, you're on to the next one before you even can talk about your failure. So we've definitely taken advantage of that plan in several aspects of the business. And the biggest thing is to always keep moving forward. I've never gave up. There's several times where it's been close, but the key is just never give up, keep finding people that believe in it, and eventually everyone will be successful when you get a great exit like we did.
Jordan Darling, successful exit. Pleasure to, proud to call you my friend, and very happy for what you are bringing and have brought to Sacramento. I think we're lucky to have you, Jordan. When we return, we will be joined by the founder of South Bay Scenic, Mr. Danny Burke, is in the house. Join the revolution at HaneyBiz.com, courtesy of the Entrepreneurs Organization of Sacramento and law firm Greenberg Traurig. This is the Haney Biz Project.